afternoon stage. Good afternoon, all ladies and gentlemen in this August gathering. Thank you, Meti, Secretary Sir, for organizing this kind of a conference after a long time, courtesy COVID. We were all separated, we were all interacting virtually, and it's great to be here today. I'll take you to the month of May, and most of the country was in lockdown. And those times I remember taking a phone call was a scary experience, because being in the service for almost 24 years, you are used to helping people, you are used to getting things done, and those were the times when we were sort of helpless at times. So when I got this phone call from Honorable Chief Minister Saab's office on somewhere around 7th May, and the desire was to develop an app in next 4 or 5 days, through which the health workers, particularly the ANMs and to some extent Ashas, with their smartphones, with their tablets, if they had any, could go to the households of those suffering from COVID at that time and those who were in home isolation. Please remember that those times all the beds were full. Hospital beds in most of the bigger towns were oversubscribed. There was lack of oxygen, there was lack of oxygen generating capacity, and there were challenges everywhere. So we did some midnight oil burning for next 3, 4, 5 days, sat with the Department of Health and its officials and its IT system. IT team of the Department of IT Bihar was working overnight. 5, 6 days we could develop something known as Hit COVID app, the name as you can read it, home isolation tracking. Not a very complicated thing, I must admit at the very beginning. It's a very simple app. It is there to take the ANM at the doorsteps of the patient. It is a rare thing actually if you talk about the rural area or even the urban areas. Many of my family members were suffering from COVID in the first wave and second wave, and in Delhi we were getting so many phone calls. Maybe about 9 or 10 phone calls in a day if you had more than 2 or 3 members suffering from COVID. But visiting a house is a challenge. And under the able guidance of our Chief Minister, sir, we actually could visit the houses of not less than 130,000 people in the next 1.5 months or so. And on a daily basis, about 15,000 to 20,000 records were being taken on a very simple app, which I'll take you through. Next slide, please. Basically, it is to track patients' condition who are in home isolation through our ANMs and ASHAs, mostly ANMs, and an auto alert was generated if the SpO2 level, remember that, the dreaded SpO2 level, oxygen saturation percentage, was going below 90%. There was a categorization for those who were between 90 to 95%, 95% and plus, okay. But below 90%, then the administration was getting an alert, the PHC was getting an alert, the ANM herself was getting an alert, and also the state headquarters was getting an alert through this app. And the critical patients, of course, those who were below 90 SpO2, they were being arranged to be brought to the district COVID centers through the means of district magistrate or through the civil surgeon or through whatever means was possible. And this was the target. And other than that, when the ANM is visiting in the house every day, then she brings with her a lot of governmental support. She brings with her solace, she brings with her support, and she brings with her that touch, that human touch. COVID patients के घर पे जाना कठिन बात है, आसानी से नहीं होता. Next slide, please. This was the process flow. We didn't do any data entry in the first place. COVID19.bihar.gov.in was the portal where health department was keying in the data from before, and we took data from there. This we arrived at after discussion spanning over 2-3 days that we will not do any data entry whatsoever. No ANM, they are not so trained, they are not so handy with the mobile devices, smartphones and etc. So they were to do minimal data. So we fetched all the data straight from the COVID-19 portal maintained by the health department, which they had been doing for almost a year then, because COVID, what we did was in the second wave this year. And then the district health machinery was to tag those data with the ANMs, because the health department had not maintained the data in the first place ANM wise. They had maintained the data district and PHC wise. But below the PHC, there are not less than 10-15 ANMs. So that was the duty of the PHC in this app to tag the patients with the ANMs. And once that tagging was done in the app of the ANMs, the data was coming down by itself. And their job was to go to the house of the person, point out that graded thermometer and take those temperature as also the SpO2 figures through that oxygen saturation meter. So once the parameters were like below 90 saturation, then an alert was generated at 4 levels, as I have told you before, and if not, then it was okay, chalta hai, aage badhe. Or then the patient was admitted in the hospital, and once the patient got admitted into the hospital, then this field level thing was coming to a halt. We were not chasing the patient or his or her attendance after that. So next slide please. As just talked about, the key stakeholders were the ANMs mostly. And if the ANM was not posted there, there's many vacancies always in governmental systems, there are vacancies. So once ANM was not there, then it was up to the discretion of the PHC in charge, the MOIC, to tag it to any of his workers who was there in the field to operate. Next slide please. Automatic data sync, as I've talked about in the beginning, between State Health Society and HitCovid app. It was getting updated on a daily basis. Because every day new patients were coming in, so every day when the ANM is to open her smartphone, then the data would be automatically synced and would be fed in. She was not to do anything. Of course, the PHC had to tag the new patients to the ANMs because their database initially was not designed that way. Mobile and web version both were developed. For the PHC and for the district and for the state headquarters, web version was much more handy and important. So we did that. Multiple types of users, as I've told about. Next. Oh, lost the slides somewhere. Oh, there is a video on that, sorry.
Show the video.
There is a very small video, 1 minute long, on how the app was operating. Every ANM was assigned a user ID, a unique user ID which was communicated to them, and password of course. They had to download the app from our website. It was available on the COVID-19 portal also. It was not for public consumption of course, it was for the 4,000 odd ANMs across Bihar and the health machinery above the ANM. Like you can see here, that data has been fed from before. The ANM is only to go and fill this basic type of a figure. ANM से आप बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकते कि एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि वो बहुत काम करेंगे. तो उतना डेटा बस भरना था. और उसको कंफर्म करना था. And for the state headquarters, how many are below 90%, how many are above 90 to 95%, how many are between 90 to 95% and things like that. Like for the district of Aurangabad, for the block of Madanpur, this is the data for one particular ANM and her dashboard. This was hosted on our state data center, and the database server was SQL 2017, and I don't think we need not go into all the details. Next slide, please. We did it in about 7 days. We did a trial run on 13th of May. I was asked by Honorable CM Saab on 7th May. So 13th May we did the trial run in Supor district, and in the evening itself the DM in a very excited state rang me up saying, "Sir, 2 लोगों को अस्पताल में shift किया आपके ऐप से." It was very easy for the ANMs to operate, very minimal data entry required at that level, and we had no time for capacity building. So videos like this, which you have just seen, there were a few other videos developed by NIOS, National Institute for Open Schooling, and the cascading model of video conferencing and trainings which was available to us. It was launched finally on 17th May by Honorable Chief Minister. Sir, next. We could, as I told in the beginning, we could reach 1.3 lakh people, the patients and their homes, and every day almost about 15,000 odd average was the figure we were reaching, and some 300 odd people were actually saved. Next slide, please. This is in brief. Once again, it was to enable the grassroots level health functionaries to reach the last person in the society, give a positive message that the government is with you, behind you, and supporting you in a very tough time. And it was user friendly. Next slide. These are some of the photographs of the ANMs collecting data from the COVID patients. It got the attention and the eye of Honorable Prime Minister, sir, also. Thank you so much.